Welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing the perfect, well, my idea of the perfect vacation makeup. Or at least if I was on vacation, I mean, most of the time I don't wear makeup on vacation. I always think I'm going to. I always pack it, and then most of the time I don't put it on just because I'm excited. I like wake up and I want to get coffee and then go out and see stuff. So sometimes I end up not wearing it. But I'm looking at the setup here, and I feel like if I was gonna wear it, if I was gonna wear makeup, this is what I would wear. I'm trying to decide what scrunchie I want to use. Okay, so hair is out of our face. I'm actually going to do a little bit of skincare. Yeah, how is everyone doing? I wish you guys could talk back, sorry. I mean, you can technically in the comments, but yeah, today is Sunday. Such a nice, beautiful day. I feel like I always film on Sundays. It's just like, I don't know, it's just nice, it's relaxing. I feel like for the most part, Sundays give you really good vibes, even if it's raining. Like, which actually, side note, I like the rain in general. So I always think the rain is nice, good vibes. But I know a lot of people are like, oh, it's rainy, it's dreary outside. But something about Sundays, even if it rains on Sundays, it's still really nice. So anyway, so I use some serum. I will list what I'm using in the description box. Most of this stuff, not that serum I just showed you, actually I don't think, but most of this stuff I did talk about on my skincare video. So I did a morning skincare video. I'm just putting on some eye cream where I went over all of my morning skincare. I am going to do a video about my evening skincare. I just haven't done it yet. But, and I mentioned this in that video as well, the morning skincare, that because I use medical grade products, the vast majority of what I use is medical grade, except for like the face wash. But because of that, I don't just want to, you know, be like, oh, this is what I use, it's really great, you should buy it. A lot of it is kind of hard to find, it's kind of pricey. So yeah, but I will link everything. I'm gonna use these two. I make like my own little like BB cream. I'm just putting some moisturizer, and then I'm using the Kosas. Another good option, and I did just film a whole video about this, is the Summer Fridays. This is the sheer skin tint. Whoops. And this is the Kosas tinted face oil. I would say both of these are extremely like comparable. They're both really good. Oh, forgot what I was saying. But the Summer Fridays is more like my actual skin tone. And so when you mix it with a moisturizer, it does lighten it, I feel like, a little bit. So I will do like 3.5 drops of this. This color is a little bit darker, so it's okay if I mix it. Yeah, I feel like after I mix it, it's like the perfect color. But this is my favorite. I have said it before, but if you are newer to my channel, you might not know, but this is actually what I wore on my wedding day. I love it. And I think, I'm pretty positive, so I got married in California, and then my husband and I vacationed in Hawaii, and I think this is the only like foundation like product that I brought on the whole vacation, and we were there for a while. I was gone for a total of 18 days, and I was like, if I feel like wearing anything, it would be this, because this is so lightweight. I mean, obviously it's mainly moisturizer, but as you guys can see, let me scoot in. As you can see, it blends out so nicely. And it's just so comfortable to wear. Actually, when I did the Summer Fridays video, I mentioned the Kosas, and a couple of people said that the Kosas gave them, or it like accentuated the dry patches when they used it. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. And I was like, I've never experienced that. But the reason why I think I've never experienced it is because I only use the Kosas when I mix it with a moisturizer. And this moisturizer is, I mean, obviously it's called a moisturizer, but you know, different moisturizers are different sometimes. This one is made with like shea butter and mango, and I mean, it's just really, really hydrating. The moisturizer itself is called Hydrate. And So it works so well with the kosas. So I never like experienced dryness at all. But I guess, I mean, that could happen maybe if you're using it on its own. When you mix it with a moisturizing agent though, it is so nice, you guys. I promise you, it just goes on so smooth. Of course, you can see it's not going to do a lot for covering up anything. You're not getting full coverage. I mean, you're really not even getting, this is not even medium coverage. This is like barely light coverage. It's really just a little bit of a tint to go with your morning skincare, and that's really it. So for concealer, I'm actually gonna use 2, which I know is a little bit extra, but this one is the Pat McGrath in the shade M15. This one is definitely closer to my skin tone. I mean, it's still lighter than my skin tone, obviously, but it is not as light as the Rose Ink one. Where else do I wanna put this? Actually, I think that's it. We're just going to kind of keep that right there. And then, and I've actually never done this, so hopefully these two work well together, but this is the Rose Ink in the shade LX090. This is a hydrating concealer, but I'm going to put it on the back of my hand because you guys, this doe foot applicator is very large and in charge, which is great if you want a lot of product dispersed. That's fine. I do not want that much product dispersed. I just want a little bit. And I'm trying to think. Actually, I think I'm just gonna go with my fingers. So I have it on my hand right there. And I'm literally just picking it up on my finger, and I'm going to kind of put it right next to the Pat McGrath color. It's also a little bit more yellow, I feel like. Can you guys see? Hopefully, I mean, I mixed them a little bit, but hopefully you can see. So this is the Pat McGrath right here, and this is the Rose Ink. And the Rose Ink, I'm going to take a little right here, down the nose, just a little bit, and a little bit on the chin, but not too much. The majority is still on my hand. We can always add more, but it's harder to, you know, to get rid of it if you put too much. And then I've already wet my sponge here. I know that people use these dry. I never have. I really like this wet. I feel like it really helps to disperse the product. And I also like to put some on the eyelid always, just so this whole area is nice and bright. And so for vacation, I definitely, and this is just my opinion, and also it matters where you're going, what time of the year it is, you know. So for like tropical, this is more like tropical vacations, summer vacations, you know, places where there's an ocean. But I want it to be nice and bright, but still lightweight. Like I want to look awake, alive, but I'm definitely not going for full coverage. I'll just bring it around the nose. I do get a little bit red around here. Okay, so far these concealers are working really nice together, which makes me so happy because they're both my favorite. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with cream bronzer. I'm going to use this one by Chanel. This is the Beige Healthy Glow Bronzing Cream. And they do make 2 shades now, finally. This is the darker one. It is Tan Deep Bronze, and the other one's just, actually the other one looks like my skin color, if you're wondering what it looks like. But yes, I'm gonna use this one. And I feel like the easiest way to use this bronzer is with like a kabuki style brush. So this one, I mean, Sigma makes a good one. I think I have a Hakuhodo one that's kind of like this, but this is one of my favorite brushes. If I was gonna go on vacation, I would definitely bring this. It's by Real Techniques, and it's called the Expert Face Brush 200. And usually it comes like in a pack, I feel like, with a couple of brushes, but these are so good. So I'm just gonna go ahead and kind of, you know, dip in there, and then just kind of start stamping all the way at the top, because that's where we want the most product to distribute, and then we can blend in. And here's a little trick. If you ever realize that you brought your bronzer too low, just go back in with just like a little bit, just a little bit of concealer. Like I took most of that off and dabbed it off, but just a tiny little bit and put it in the center. And then you can kind of stamp it out. If you need to add more, you can. You just kind of go back and forth with the bronzer and that concealer until you get like a nice gradient bronze there. And then I'm gonna put a little bit on my nose just to do a cream contour. And I have been loving this brush. It's by Hakuhodo. It's the I5608 brush. So it just has this little like angle here, but it's kind of kabuki-like. And I feel like it's perfect for blending out specifically cream contour on the nose. I just feel like it blends it so easily. So now I'm just gonna go in with some blush. I have this one on, it's by Nude Sticks. It's in the shade In the Nude, the perfect nudie pink blush. And I'm gonna go in with a brush and just blend this out. It's like a very youthful pink, but it's like a healthy, I don't know, it gives me like healthy amount of color. Like not so much where you feel like, ew, but like the perfect amount where you just look like you've been taking your vitamins and, you know, drinking green juice, all of that. And then we're gonna follow up with the Hey Honey cream highlighter by Nude Sticks as well. Both of these I actually think I just used in my last video. But it's because they are so pretty, you guys. And I'm telling you, I mean 100% being honest, if I was going on vacation, there's no way I wouldn't have these. They're so pretty, so easy. The fact that it's like a little stick, I mean, you can just throw them in your bags. I probably wouldn't. I would do my makeup in like the hotel in the morning, but I know that some people like to touch up. So these are really convenient for that. And because this is not like a super aggressive highlight, you really can put this everywhere and not feel like, oh, I'm gonna be like glowing and shining, I'm gonna look like a disco ball. Like this is not that kind of highlighter. It's so pretty, but it's subtle enough where you can just kind of put it all over. Okay, so I'm definitely done with all of the cream products that I want to use. Now is where we're gonna go in with some powders. I really don't want to use a ton of powders just because I just really want a very like dewy look, but I am going to set my face just a little bit. I'm gonna start with this powder, which is the Pat McGrath. And my eyelids always crease, so I have to do just a little bit, but this powder is so light, you guys, you can see that. It is so lightweight, so it's really not very much. So then I'm gonna go in with this powder. It's the Cloud Set by Kosas. And same thing, very similar to the Pat McGrath, that under eye powder. You can see there's not very much. So I'm just picking up some and then just kind of fluffing it out. And I am just really lightly patting. Like it's pretty much, honestly, nothing at all. And we're just patting, not over our highlight. I'm literally just patting all around it. And this is just to make sure, I don't know, that it's not like too shiny. Because you want to glow, but you want to glow in the right places. Now you don't have to do this, but if you want your makeup to last like a little bit longer, or if you're going to be out all day, then setting the bronzer and the blush with the powder will help. So I'm going to go in with my Tom Ford bronzer. I just really love this one, and I am just going to lightly set over the Chanel cream bronzer. And then I'm just gonna pinch my brush and kind of go down the sides of the nose. And then same thing with blush. I am taking some of the MAC Melba. This one just matches that nude sticks so perfectly. So I feel like it's the perfect color to go over, but we're just lightly topping over where we put the nude sticks. And for my lips today, I'm actually just gonna use a lip gloss. So this is the Hot Toddy by Buxom, and it's just, I'll show you guys, a really pretty like pink. Just a good old-fashioned pink. So I'm gonna put some of this on. This does have a little, yeah, so it's a plumping lip cream, so it does give a little bit of that like tingling feeling, but I love that. I feel like it's such a trend. Nobody really, or at least I don't see it anymore, no one really just puts on a lip gloss. Usually it's like a lip liner or lipstick, like you do this whole thing. And I'm guilty of that too. I do that all the time and I think it looks really pretty. But sometimes it's nice to just be able to throw on one thing and not really worry about it. Okay, so I couldn't help myself. I had to try on this hat. I've had it for a while. It actually sits right back there in my background all the time. I got it kind of recently-ish from Amazon, and yeah, I saw it and I was like, oh my goodness, that is a perfect fedora hat. But I've never worn it ever. And I did think, I will say, I did think to myself, I was like, one day I'll probably take it with me on vacation somewhere and wear it there. But this is so cute, right? I just feel like it's perfect for this specific look. So I couldn't help it, I had to put it on. But going back to the makeup. So I zoomed out a little just so you guys could see. This, okay, I know I'm probably biased because I just did the look, but this is like the perfect vacation makeup. Like I can see the glow, I can see a little bit of bronzer. It's not too much, or at least for my taste in bronzer, this is not too much. I can see the blush. It just looks so like light and airy and youthful. I honestly am obsessed. So I'm obsessed with this whole look. I just want to go on vacation now. But let me know what you guys think. If you like the look, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. And I'll see you next time. Bye guys.